This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today we are going to learn Linux command. We'll have a little short sessions only, 2 hours of sessions we'll have because it's Diwali pre-night. So I'll give you time to do other works as well. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to log into one of the Linux boxes. So let me get it one boxes first. So this Linux server, you can create anywhere. For example, you can create in your VM in a laptop using VirtualBox. You can create this one, right? Now, second thing, you can create this VMs in laptop using WSL. WSL is my recommended one, so you can try. So, for example, WSL. See, if I type, I have installed already WSL. If I go in Ubuntu, and this is WSL, very easy and handy also. And VMs on AWS, that is also you can get it. So it's not about how do you get it, you get it. One virtual machines, and the operating system which you are trying today is Ubuntu, because that is something which we are going to use it for the practicing many things. So I got this machine here and I'm logging to their IP address putty. I'm using putty and I have a keys password. I can use it. I have a keys. So I'll locate the keys, private key. Okay. Ubuntu username. See, I did not pass the key and click. So I'm passing the keys. The key's name was datadog.ppk. So I don't have a password for this machine. I have a key. So there are two ways to authenticate. Keys, password. Password is easier. Keys is secured, better. Let me change the colors and all. So you will see that little better and apply. Is it visible to everyone? Good one.
Yes, visual.
Yeah. So now this is a logged in. I logged in as Ubuntu. Okay. So here, when I start logged in, first thing you have to decide which user have you logged in. So username is Ubuntu. Okay. Now this is called normal user. In Linux, you have two types of level of user. You can say level of users, normal user, okay, and admin user. Okay. So admin user have a lots of access, uh, lots of installation access. That means admin user can install applications. Admin user can add users. Admin user can do lots of system settings which normal users will not do that. So in Windows also, when you create normal user, admin user. Okay. So likewise in Linux also, so right, we do that. So Ubuntu is a normal user. Okay. So now how can you become an admin user? The question, how? Okay, that's a question, how to become a admin user. So in Linux, there is a two ways. Either you become root. Okay, so using, see, a sudo hyphen sh. If I do, sorry, if I do sudo hyphen s, then you become root. Okay, so this way you can become root, or any command you run as like a sudo ls. So you are running admin user, installing some application, apt install git. So this will become admin user. So using sudo also you can do that. So sudo and command. So one way you can become that admin user, or you can run as a admin user. So likewise, so exit sudo. So if you want to install any application, let me show you. I'm installing through Ubuntu user, normal user. So apt install git. I am installing git in Linux. See, the spelling command mistake actually this time. See here, this is permission denied. Read this. See, I'll tell you, the reading the error will solve 80% of problem. Most of the people, what they do, the moment they see the error, no, they run away. They can, people spend 4 hours of time on Googling for the error, but they don't spend 5 seconds of time to reading error. So this is a habit. This is a bad mistake. Okay. So it's a permission denied issue. Don't need to go to Google. If I do this command, it will work, or I'll become root. Okay. So yeah, the moment you logged in, you have to become a root or sudo. Now we have two level of commands: user commands, okay, admin commands. See, Linux is full of commands. Okay, Linux is full of commands. Okay, so the more you learn commands, the more you practice, you'll become a powerful. Okay, so user commands and admin commands. Now, what I have done, let me show you how many commands you have in Linux. Look at this, minimum 1200. You see the number first, 1229. Okay, these are the minimum commands, okay, which you can use it. But do you need to remember all this thing? No, you don't have to remember everything. It's just based on the use cases. Let's say I'll put it in this way. In Windows itself, you have 2000 features actually. Do you know really 2000 features in Windows? No, you hardly know 30-40 features, 50 features to get it up and running. So say likewise, you know, in Windows, in Linux also, there's some user command which will helpful for the Linux user who are interacting on day-to-day basis. And there is an administrator command who's administrator of the Linux server, installation, configurations, troubleshooting. So this admin commands, it can useful for admin users. So first I'll begin with Linux command, okay, and then I'll begin with admin command. But by the way, I'll talk about only important command, but I'll give you the list of commands which you can work with it. Okay. Any questions so far? Any questions so far?
No, sir.
Okay. So how can we get started? So see, for Linux, this is there from 30 years actually in the world. Okay, more than that. Unix and Linux. Any tutorials you pick it up with honesty, any tutorials, no need to have, dedicated tutorials. Any tutorials, honesty, we pick it up and practice for 2 hours, you'll be getting. But people, this 2 hours people don't want to spend. That is thing. So this place, you have all the Linux command which I have listed down. Okay, it's a very comprehensive list which you want to. There in this there is a one problem, which one you want to learn and which one you don't want to learn. There is no things. So this is the, you can say, glossary. And here for example grep. Okay, so here grep and then example. See here, so few examples are there, so you can practice it. But right now I'll give you to get started with few basic command which we need on daily basis. And here we call it Linux, okay, user command. Okay, I'll go for this one. See here, commands for Linux user. So I want you to get started with this one, okay, and then get forward. So these are the commands which you can practice it and get started. So first of all, I want I want to teach you the very important command set which is called variation of CDs. Okay, CD Linux command, and this will save your time. Variation of CDs. So this one, variations of cd Linux command. This will save your time basically. But before that, I want to tell you the file system of Linux. File system of Linux means, what is a file system? So what is a file system in Windows? Let me talk about Windows first, then you can correlate with Linux. So here my PC you have. Where is my PC? In my laptop? It's not coming. So here I'll click on it, and this is my PC. Okay. So this is the my PC, and if you see that here you have a C drive, it says filled, and then no other drive. This is a Google Drive actually. So in C drive, you have a program files. You see here program files are there. All the users will be here. So it's like that. So these are the root file system. Which file system we call it? Root file system. Okay. So likewise in Linux, there is a file system. You want to check it out? So let me show you here. You just go to this Linux file system. Go to this image, and here look at this, or look at this one. This is more easier for you to now look at this. So if you notice here in Linux, everything from the root, look at this. At this guy, you see they started trending in the Google now. See, good work is always appreciated. Now it's just started 3 months before this activity, and now it's trending in the Google. Okay, so file system. So these are the everything you will have with root. This is, you notice here, everything start with root. This is a sign of root. Root means your first file system. Let me show you. ls, see here, this is the root, and everything you see under the root. Okay, most of the time you will work on the opt. Opt means this is the one. You can consider opt is like your C drive or something like that, or what you did in a C drive or D drive or C drive you created directly, you can consider. So this place you should work. Temporary location says here some TMP is there. Here it is. System files will be there here, just like a program files, right? So they have a system files. User homes will be under this location. User home. Let me show you. User. No. There is a, where is the other sorry, home. ls. Home Ubuntu. See, if you want to know where are you, here it is. So this file system you should understand, and here you have a complete detailing about this, what it contains. So for time being, you need to focus on this one, this locations. Okay, config files, and then you need to focus on this location. Not everything you need it. You need to focus on this location, and then finally this location is good. So what it contains? etc. So etc contains configuration of your Linux server. Any tools you install, no, you will find the configuration here. So many configurations you find here. Let me show you here. These all are tools installed, and system tools or user tools. All the tools if you install, then you will find it here. So configuration you can change it. For example, let's say I'm installing Apache. Okay, so Apache I'm installing through the command line. Okay, many people install the Apache through the zip package also, but I'm installing through command line. So yum install, and the package name is Apache 2, Apache server. So I install through command line. So here it's installed. Now where do you find the configuration for it? ls etc Apache 2. See, here is a configuration. This is a configuration file. So here root etc Apache 2. So likewise here you will find all the system configurations and tools configurations. Now this TMP folders, you should remember, if you, it's a temporary files, you want to store something, all the users, then you can store, you can go ahead and create a folder inside that. Temporary folders you can create. So here these are the temporary files already exist. I'll create one directory mkdir Rajesh. Okay, and I go inside the Rajesh and I create download some files inside this location, tmp Rajesh, and that is good. Now home is basically your directory. See here, this is tmp Rajesh. If I do cd, then I'll go to my home. cd will get you the home. So this is my home. This is my home, user's home. I'm Ubuntu right now. So whatever I'll store in my home, it will be visible to me, and I'll create one file .txt and like this. Here this directory will have all the users home directory and all. Now you want to install some additional software. You want to download and install some additional software. So we typically do in the OPT locations. So he says optional app. See, if you are installing through, mind it, if you're installing through APT, then it will go, configuration file will be here and executable file will be here. But if you are downloading it and installing it manually, then you can keep it in OPT, and that's the reason you might see any files which we do not, any software which you do not download it, I mean install it through apt, we keep it in automatically in opt. Okay, so now this is the file system, you need to work with it. So are you comfortable with it, file system, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now this is the file system. So you spend, I'm giving you hint here, Linux file system. So whatever the hint I will do, please little bit spend time offline also and study. Okay, because it's not like I will teach you and you complete the study. Let me tell you here, I'm working on a Linux from last 15 years, I think 18 years, and still I feel lots of things I don't know. So you should not think, okay, training is sufficient. You should have to give it all the time, because every time is a new challenges. So Linux file system and have a little bit of things. So that is stuff. Now variation of cd Linux command. Now guys, you know what? This is a very simple command, but it will help you a lot. This is a cd. Cd means changing directory. So I'm not telling you what is a CD means. You can change the directory just like you go to OPT. See here. Here you go to the TMP. So you can change the directory to anyone. You can CD right here and you go to home. But I want the variation of CD Linux command, complete variation. And I want you to practice this one. So how do we get it? So here, list of all variations of cd Linux command. Google will not give you, I mean, faster results. This nowadays is giving you faster results. And look at this. See here. Now you have to practice this one. Okay. Take it seriously, because this will save your time. It's a very simple thing, but it will save your time for sure. Now you see that these are the variations. The more variation you remember, more faster you will become in Linux, because you know that in Windows what we do. In Windows simply we do this, click here, we go there, and click here, go there, click here, go there. So it's like this. But in Linux you don't, you can't click and faster. You have to be knowing that techniques. So now if you see that this variation which you see, all this variation, if you just practice, it will take few days. It's not like immediately you will get it, but it will take few days. But this will save lots of time. Okay, so let me explain it to you. So if you just write a CD, just like you might have seen that I, I keep writing a CD. So it will take you to the home directory. Very simple. I'm just putting home directory in capital. That's all. Now here CD and this, what is this called? All of you? Tilde. This is called tilde. Somewhere in the keyboard, right side extreme top, you get it. Okay. So this is also, it will take you the home directory. Simple option. Okay. So this tilde means home directory. Now, when you do CD hyphen, then it will take you to the last directory. See here. What was the last directory? So let me show you here. CD opt, I'm in, and CD tmp. So now I'm in tmp, pwd tmp, cd hyphen. See. So here it will take you to the last directory, toggle between the directory. Okay, now you want to go back, cd dot dot, you want to go back to directory, cd dot dot. So here what I want you to practice it, cd all variations, and little bit take it carefully. It might take 15 minutes for running this, 20 minutes for running all this thing, but tell me one thing, I'll tell you, you are spending time on Linux lifetime. And if every day 5 to 10 minutes will save, so just count it. So just spend 15 minutes here with the cd variations and you will be little bit confident. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now next thing is, I'll go back to my here because cd is important. So here what I did, I have written most important command, means ls command. Okay, so ls command will tell you all the listing of the files, but you know what, ls itself you have a 20 30 variations. Okay, so ls is a, this command is so simple, but ls has so many options actually. So how do you know? Okay, so nowadays Google, better than Google, you Bard use, Chat GPT use, but you know what, there's one more command which you can use, man. Man is basically manual, we call it. That means any commands you want to know their options and detailing, then you say man means manual, and ls, and ls, instead of ls you can keep any Linux command and it will give you the manual. Manual means documents in Linux itself. And you see here so many options you have. And don't try to feed the saying that I need to remember everything. Just remember ls has a variation, and based on the requirement you can check it out and get it done. See that? Okay, so this way you keep in mind every commands you have a manual in Linux only, and if you think Linux should help you, just type man command. So man means manual command. Will you remember that, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now ls here, few variations you will do that, ls all you run it for a few minutes. Pwd command will take you, it will tell you that what is which directory you are in. Okay, see here. Okay, if you want to delete any file you can use rm command. Okay, but rm again, as I said, each command you have multiple options, so you can just do man rm, and here again you have so many options. See here, you want to delete with force, you want to interactive while deleting, and many options. You want to reserve the root permissions or something like that. Here you want to delete the directories, okay, empty directories. So many things. You see examples also, you see here examples are given. So this is the one way, but nowadays see it's all about how do you get it. So now you can delete the files and folders using rm command. Okay, cp command, I think I don't need to explain it to you. Cp means what? Cp means copy. In short, copy, in short we call it cp. Simple. Now if you want to move a files from one place to another place, you can use mb command. Okay, now ln command. What is this ln command? So I'll put it in a simple way. You come here and go to Windows and click on the new. And have you used anyone this one shortcut? What is this? Anyone can tell me what is this shortcut? Hello?
It's used for link, right?
Yeah, it's useful link. So now you got the answers. If you know Windows, then here it is a link. ln, link for some file name which is in current directory to some location. Shortcut. Yeah. So you can create a link in Linux and Windows also using this command. You want to change the timestamp of the file or create a fake file for dummy, touch command. Okay, so this is tough. Now I want to tell you few commands how to see content of the file. Okay, how do we see? So there are so many commands are available for it. If you want to see the content of the file, what are the ways to see the content of the file? So one of the commands which you have, I use a lot, more. You can use less also. You can use cat also. You can use vi editor also. So these are the ways you can see the content of it. Now, if you only want to see quickly, more is sufficient, cat is sufficient. But if you want to edit the file, then we have to use the editor. Then vi is should be used. Okay. So here, if you see that, do you have any file? So I'll go to more, etc, apache 2 and apache.conf. See, but you can also control C, you can also history, the command will be there, up arrow, you do that, so you'll get that. If you want to see cat is here. So what is happening, the more will give you the information in the pages, one page, then second page, then third page, but cat will just display and come out of it. That's the advantage. So I use a more than cat, because I don't know, sometimes the files are large, so I don't want to miss it, the each pages. Okay, so cat, you want to edit this file, so you use vi editor, and here I'll tell you the vi editor little bit later, the tutorial, but yeah, these are the things. So yes, this is the something, if you want to edit the file and you want to see that, you can do that. Now here, head and tell. What is head and tell? So head and tell basically will tell you, head means top of the file, tell means bottom of the file. So for example, head, okay, and etc, apache and apache, see here first few lines, but if you want to decide the number of lines, only -n, 5 lines you want to see. Here you only see 5 lines. Same way, likewise, you can do tell also. Okay, so tell, last line you will see that. See here, this is the last line. So head and tell, you should also practice it. Again, I repeat, each command you have lots of variations. Okay, so right now try to focus on the what this command will do all about it, but variations you should practice it, and you have to take it seriously. The more you practice Linux, your journey towards the, become a software engineer, better software engineer, better SRE engineer, better DevOps engineer, MLOps engineer, dev security guy will be better, because Linux, that means half of the battle you have won. Okay, so this is something which we have. Now WC command means it will word count. You see, WC means word count. So if you want to find, count some files, lines, word, character in the files, then you can use it. So for example, there is a file which is this one, WC, and here enter. See here, complete details, lines, words, characters. So complete details you have. So if you want to see only lines, so WC-L, 2 to 7 lines are there. So that way WC command means it will help you. Okay, now cut command, I'll just give you the help here. I'll just explain it to you, but it is a very powerful command, I must tell you, very powerful command. Okay, so cut command basically, see, there is a large file, okay, and in the large file you want to cut only the certain content based on the certain pattern, so you can just copy that one. So here, cut command, and here from the file name it will cut the only content, delimiter. So delimiter means it what is the pattern for cutting. So delimiter means here delimiter can be space, space, or hyphen, or comma. So based on the pattern, it will try to cut that field, column, and stuff like that. Okay, so cut command is very important for automation, but right now it'll not, because you are starting the Linux, so it will complicate. So I will ask you to practice this one later. Now, if you want to differentiate between the two files, diff command you can use. You want to sort some files, by some option, like many options are there in the sorting method. So you can short command, you can use it. Okay, directory navigation, I told you at a simple all this thing. So are you understanding? Any questions so far?
No, sir.
What is the sorry.
What is that?
I was asking what is the sort command you said?
Short command, you
Sort.
want to
Yeah.
short command, you want to short the content of the file name. Okay. Okay, so short you can use at the directory level also. For example, I'll tell you here.
Is it like ascending order in alphabetic order? It will list
Yes,
the
yes,
directory
shorting.
some.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Okay.
Content and directory both. Okay, so here there's options to be provided. Is a directory, so you have to provide the options for it. But let me just a second show you this. Apache.conf. See here. So they are shorting based on the default. This file is not good too much actually. Just a second, hold on. Let me create a file. Clear the screen and go to my home directory, and wait a second. My keyboard has some problem. So I'm modifying this file, Rajesh, and this one, this one, 3 lines I'm writing. Okay, D, and one more line, 4 lines. Now if I do short Rajesh, here you see, so starting with a D, then J and K. Now this is a one default things, but if you say Rajesh, I want to change the logic for shorting, so man short, and here you see so many given options for this. Okay, so these algorithms you can confuse, so so you can do that, all these options: random sort, numeric sort, human numeric sort, reverse sort, short based on the words. Many options are there. Okay, so you can short the content of the file. Now next thing is, in Linux, what are the compression, okay, and archive options? This is something which is important. Archive options, spelling mistake. So guys, what is compression? Compression means reduce the size of the file, reduce the size of file. Archive means what? Archive means it will only many files, they will put it into one file, that's all. It will not archive into one file. So what are the options we have for in Linux? What are the options we have in compression and archive? By the way, in Windows, what are the options you have? You want to archive and compression?
We use tools right in Windows like WinZip or something like that to compress.
Yeah, that's all. So in Linux also we have it. So guys, here if you want WinZip, okay, so here you have zip command is there. So zip command will do both actually. Okay, zip command will do the both. It will do the compression also and archive also. Okay, so zip and unzip. There's a command unzip. But let's say you want to archive only, so you can use tar. Tar will do only archive. Okay, and then you'll say, Rajesh, I want to compress the tar file. Then what we do? So we use gzip and gunzip. Okay, gunzip. So you will see that many on internet the files which is tar plus gunzip, jg the extension. Okay, so let me show you the demo, quick demo, but you had lots of variants you can try. So now here I want to zip something. So I don't have anything. So I'll go to the etc, and here I have Apache folder at least. Here, this you should not do that, but because I'm not having file, I'm doing it. This location you should not do all this work around and all, but basically for changing the configuration of the tools or system. So here I'm zipping this file, zip-r. I'm putting r because it is a directory, and dot zip and this folder name, enter. So here you see zip command, I run it, but in this machine zip is not installed. So what to do? I'm installing the zip, and yes, I want to install it. I'll tell you that APT little bit of it in some time. And now typed. Now you see there is a problem. Read the problem. I'm trying to zip under the etc directory, but it says, hey, you don't have a permission here. So I just said, right, normal user have no permissions to that. So what I'll do, I'll zip it, but in the my user home. So there I'll have a permission. Or else I'll become a sudo and it will fix the problem, but I don't want to do that here. So Ubuntu, right? That's my user home. Enter. So now here, oh, this wrong directory, Ubuntu. What is this, sir? Again, permission denied. Why? So, okay, my bad. Sorry. See what mistake I did. They should be here, right? Home Ubuntu. So here it should be. So this should be the place. So here this directory, I am creating a zip file here. Okay, and see, I did that. Okay, so now I did that. I go to home, and here you have a zip file. Okay, so now this is how you can zip. Unzip. Unzip is also not installed actually. Oh, is there? Yeah. So now I did unzip, and here it is. So zip, unzip, you want to do compression and archive then. But now how do we create a tar ball? So let me show you. So click tar hyphen cvf, C for create, V for. So you know all these options you have to start learning. I mean, practicing. So right now, don't take too much of tension and understand the each command. Now, what is the use cases of it, and then you will start exploring actually. So I'm creating a tar ball. You see here, tar ball is look at this. This is a tar ball, and let me show you the size of it. So how do you see the size of the zip file? So du hyphen sh and size, see 92 KB zip file, but I want to show you the tar size. Du hyphen sh r, see 292. So which is good because I told you, right, zip has a compression and archive both, so it's a good, right? Zip is good compared to tar. But now what I'll do, I will compress the tar ball using gunzip. Okay, so gzip, sorry. So gzip, I'm creating a tar ball like this command, enter. And now you have this one. This is the see, this is the file you will find in the internet a lot. So du and hyphen sh, and see that. Tell me, which is the best method in on the internet to archive and compress? Which you find? Which one?
Gunzip.
Yeah. So here you see, if you zip it 92, if you tar it, okay, and then gzip, then 44K. So you want to gunzip, that means see zip unzip, so gzip gunzip, like that you have to remember. So you want to bring the tar ball, then you have to do gunzip for this file, and then you have to untar it this tar ball after that. So yeah, that's the reason you see they are using this method. So yeah, here you have some commands for archiving and all stuff like that. So I hope you will practice. Are you okay, all of you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So now here you have some commands for and utility for copying. Okay, so here understand that uh, cp command can be used to copy files and folders. I mean, you don't call it folder, we call it directory in Linux. Okay, so directory within OS. Okay, but if you want to copy, see, you have a two system. Okay, understand that. So you have a two machines. So if you have a two machines, you want to, there is one machine here and there is one machine here, and you want to copy the files from here to here or here to there. Okay, so how do we do that? So there is a two utility you can use it, SCP. Okay, SCP and rsync. This you can use it. Okay. So SCP means secure copy. So here copy files and directories within a remote machine, between the remote machine, between remote machine. Now this is a, if you have two machines, you can do that. See, I'll tell you one thing and repeat. Everyone should be having WSL installed in your laptop. It's very easy, and you get, see, all this command which I'm running in this machine, okay, which is hosted on a cloud, you can run in this machine also. This is my WSL. See here. Okay, so I play with the WSL a lot, and then it's because save time. Time is everything right now. Okay, so you have everything in your laptop only, so why to go ahead? No need to install even VMs also. Go for the WSL, practice it everything, and then and do that. Now if you remember that I told you, WSL you can link to your Visual Studio Code. Have you done it? How many of you have done it? Visual Studio Code. See, this is the Linux box running in my laptop, and this is the uh, uh, code editor. How many of you have done it? All of you? See here, this is my Visual Studio Code. So I write a code here. Okay, just a second, hold on. My system is little taking time. No. So see here, just wait for it. I think I've shown you sometime. So here I write a code here. I'll go to my WSL. Where is my WSL? A Remote Explorer. See here, and it's connected to my WSL. See, WSL target. I have only one target right now because one is sufficient for using. See here, this is my root, and here I am going to access here. So right now, see here, in this I am able to access this machine WSL, and I'm able to write a code here. Let me show you, it's still connecting. See here, now it's came. Now you see that, I'll show you that. Let's go to the WSL machines where I am. See here, under the root. Under the root, these are the files are there, right? See here, go to under the root. So here, and where is the files? See here, this is the files, snap. I can open this file here. I can modify this file. So there's one file which I created. Let me create a file in front of you. So here, new file, and here I'm creating a, okay, inside, outside I want to create. So here I'm creating new file, Raja, something like that, .txt. So I'm creating file in this and writing a content here. See, so easy. Okay, and now if I see in the WSL, let me show you them here. So you can see here, this file is here. That means so easy, right? So easy, everything you have with the WSL. So you write a file in Windows and open the file in the Linux, use the file in Linux. So that way your development and testing you can do same time. You write a code here, test in Linux, write a code here, test in Linux. And this is so easy, right? You don't have to struggle for a whole day and night. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
We will try.
likewise, see, for example, for all of you, you have a OPT lamp you have in Linux. So install the lamp in WSL and modify the code here and test it. You see if it's working. Modify the code here and then do that artisan and all this thing, pull, push, whatever the pull.sh, all this thing you do, and then test this code and use the browser. WSL can be accessible on the browser also. So you have IP address. Look at this IP address. What is IP address? This is the IP address. Here, this is IP address. You can use it. Okay, so here you can put it this here 80 port. Right now nothing is running in this machine. That means web server is not running, so you are not able to see that, but you will see that here your website. So here what is happening, understand that you write a code here, check here, validate here. So simple. And if you are sure about it, okay, my code is working, then go ahead and push to the GitHub from here itself, from the here itself, or maybe command line also, and then make it live. So life will become very simple if you use the technology, otherwise you keep struggling about it. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
let's
sir.
move on. So SAP, if you want to copy between the SAP's command is if you want to copy the files between the directories and remote machine, then you can use it. Now I'll tell you, rsync is a very powerful tool. It's a command, by the way, but we call it a tool also. Why? Because understand that here I'm giving you high level information. So else if I deep dive into the each command, it'll become a few months of things. So here there is one machine here and there's one machine here. And if you want, there is one folder here and there's one folder here, and there's a hell lot of content here, hell lot of content here. So rsync will do, you know what, anyone changes the file here, automatically rsync will do replicate here. Anyone changes the file here, reverse way, it will replicate here. So who will do that? rsync, recursive sync. This in short we call it recursive sync. So you should try this command if you have this kind of things. So see, this is your directory and this is the backup directory. Okay, so now how do I know which how do I know users command? So this is the part of that admin activity. So first what I'll do, I'll become root first. So sudo, I can use a sudo also and run the command, but I'm little lazy, so I'll do that. I become root. Okay. So what is this ID? So ID will show you who has who are you, basically who are you. Okay, now if you want to see who has logged in my machines, so last command, and see these are the people who have logged in, and timing and everything, what they are doing, everything you can see that. Okay, nothing is hidden in Linux, everything you can see, who logged in, what they did, how much time they spent, which file they access, everything you can see that. There are certain commands available. Okay, so who are you? So this is you, Ubuntu. W will tell you all the all the people who has logged in right now. So there's only one logged in. You want to create users, so first let me show you the list of users. So how do I see the list of users in the system? So I will do more etc passwd. So these are the list of users you have in my system. Okay, now if you want to add more users, look at this. This the users got created and so on, and this is Snapdish services, they created one more users. So you want to create a more user add and Rajesh. By the way, there's so many options are there. I'm not adding it, just simple. So I've added one user called Rajesh, and you see here Rajesh is added. Okay. So likewise, you will have, you can add a group, you can add a user, you can modify the user. Okay, and you can delete the user, you can modify the user, and you can change the user to one group to another group. So all these commands you have it, you can do based on the requirements. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next topic is package manager. Package manager. So this is a concept. Let me put it in a conceptual way so you'll remember that. So what is a package manager? So guys, what happens? You have a Windows, then we have a mobile, and then we have a Linux, Ubuntu, and then we have a Linux CentOS. Okay, Ubuntu and CentOS. So this is another flavor. Okay, so now Windows, how do we install the package? So basically, you'll say, Rajesh, I download the exe file and then click next, next, next. So no one is doing, software engineers don't do that like that. So what they use, so Windows, they use a command line. Okay, Mobile, let's say Android, how do you install the packages? Then you'll say we use Play Store, correct now? So Play Store is your client. Okay. So in Windows, how do we install the package using command line? That is a question. So guys, here we use NuGet command line and chocolatey. A spelling mistake, I think chocolatey. I just let me correct it. Chocolatey. The spelling always I forget. This is chocolate, yeah. So chocolate. So here chocolatey we call it, but chocolate is a command actually. Chocolate is a website, yeah. So like this. So this is a package manager for Windows. So if you want to install, let's say Git, what do you do? You know what do you do? So get started. Why? Wait a second. This where's the package? They change the website again. Here it is. Okay. So if you want to install the Git in Windows, what do you do? So registry, I'm looking for it and it's showing me something else again and again. Okay, just a second. Yes. PSCKEGs. So if you want to install the Git, why this so much pop up? So if you want to install the Git, so just type the Git here, and here this command, if you run choc install Git, you see here choc install Git, it will install in Windows. So choco should be there in your machine or NuGet should be there. So these are the utilities command line you can install any software in the your machines. Now Play Store, how to use it? I think you know better than me. You all are expert installing the software and using it. So that Play Store in mobile, Android mobile, or if you're having a iPhone, you know that. I'm not going to teach you. But how do you install packages in Ubuntu? So guys, manual way you can do that. Okay, you download the installer and then run that installer, and that's the manual way. Manual way means if you remember, some of you might be installing XAMPP server. So what we did, we downloaded the XAMPP and then run the XAMPP. It installed in that OPT. But here you have a some package manager for Linux Ubuntu also, and that is called apt. Okay, and in the centers what we have yum. So when you want to install using apt or choco or something like that, apt install package name. Okay, this is how you do that. You have to become a root actually. Yum install package name. Package name is like Git, Apache, anything you want to install. So you should not, you should see that how you want to install. You want to install custom one, or you want to install through automation. So when you install through automation, you know what will happen? Your file will go, executable will go into this location most of the time. Okay, okay, or this locations. Okay, and then configurations will be going to this location. So if you remember that I installed the Apache 2, let me Apache 2. So let me show you that Apache 2. Which Apache 2? Where is Apache 2? See here, this is a user bin location they installed it. Okay, so likewise you can install. So this commands line utility you can use for installing the packages, or you can use for the removing the packages or upgrading the packages. Okay, so you should try to see that this one. So how it works, let me show you. So uh, here you have, this is your machine. Okay, and this is a cloud you have maintained by organizations. So what happens when you run this command? When you, let's say you want to run this package git, you install git, and then here when you run in your machines, this one. So this command line, what they do, understand this, very simple. This command line, the package, this command line check that do you have a package in the local cache, this git package in the local machine. So this will check the local server. There is one location which is local server. I don't want to complicate right now. It check that, and then if it is not there, so download from the remote location, cloud to local, and then install that. Simple. Just like a Play Store also, they do the same thing, download and install it in local cache. So same way. So this you will have download from the somewhere this package and install it. This somewhere means hosted by the operating system company only. So there we have thousands of packages. So guys, are you understanding this packaging world, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what next? So go for my guide. So this is the yum. You see here yum. By the way, you should practice also. See, this is the yum for CentOS. Okay, so CentOS machine only it will work. For you guys, you can use apt Ubuntu if you're using. If you are using the package manager directly RPM also you can use. Okay, manual installation or how you can do that. So tarball, these are the things you've been doing all these things and done. Now guys, I'll tell you here process related work. Okay, so in Windows, how do you do that? Which process is running, which process is not running? So let me remind you, in Windows, you do go to the task manager. Okay, and task manager, you see these are the process running. Go to the detailing here and see that these are the processes running, so many processes, and process ID you have, each process you have ID, see running, and which user is running these processes you have, see some of these Rajesh Kumar, some of this system, some of these local service, and how much CPU is consuming, see that these are the things, memory, these are the things you can filter all these things, show all this stuff, and architecture and description. So here you can go and kill the some process also, see end task mean killing the process. Okay, and process tree means killing the entire tree of that process. So likewise, so in Linux, how do we do that? So in Linux, here we have a PS. Guys, when you do the PS, it will give you only the your process which you ran, user ran. Okay, but if you want to the all the process, system process and all stuff like that, hyphen EAF, and you see here so many processes. Look at this, so many processes running. So these are the software you are running in your Linux machine. Now, if you want to kill some process, because sometime what happens, the stop command not work and you did the wrong configuration, it's not working. So how do we kill this? So let's say Apache, though I will run a stop command service systemctl, see systemctl stop Apache 2. So this because I install through apt, right? Mind it, if I start through apt, so I can use systemctl command to stop the services. For example, in Windows, you go to the services. Here you go to the services and you stop, start, enable, disable. See here, stop, start, enable, disable. So same ways in Linux, we have a systemctl command to stop, start, enable, disable. Okay, so I'm stopping it. See here, and now you see the process of Apache. Let me grab this Apache 2 and you see nothing, but again I'm going to start it. So here I'm starting the process, and here see it starting the process, but it didn't came actually. Oh, my bad, I'm running the wrong Apache graphing. See, it came here. Now let's say it's not stopping, so what to do? Some zombie processes are there. Zombie process means if you stop a start also nothing will happen. So that's called zombie process. What to do with that process? So simply I can kill that. So how do we kill it? Kill command -9 safe killing and PID. So this is the PID one for this Apache, this is the PID, another PID, then another PID, and you see now it's got kill, not got kill by the way. So here I use the, okay, you see that PID got changed. Okay, so I kill this, but PID got changed. Why? That means what has happened? System has restarted the process again after killing. See that those process got killed, but system has restarted. So in this case, what I should do? I should, because my system stop command and start command is working. That's the reason it's trying to restart that process. So what will happen? Sometime you stop the process, but still it's not running. Then kill command we can use it for that case. Right now, what is happening? Because system is working, this application is healthy, so the moment you kill that, they are restarting the process. So but let me, okay, system is this, they are starting actually, that is a problem. Okay, so likewise you can kill the any process safely, PID, and get running. So now this is the process command. You can go and work with the ps3 command also. I don't know ps3 is there or not, because some system you have it and some system you don't have it actually. Is there. So these are the process tree running in your machines actually. Okay, see here. Uh, this is Apache process tree. 26 7 to process all this thing. Yeah, if you want to know the list of process how much CPU is there consuming, look at this top command. So top command will tell you, see how much CPU my system is used, not used right now, so it's 0. Memories, okay, so total memories I'm having 8 GB close to it, but utilization is hardly few, you see, hardly few. Swap memory, nothing here. Okay, so this is like you have to understand this top command. You want to kill this process ID, pkill, kill all. Many commands are there to work with and stuff like that. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Understand.
Okay, so that is stuff which you have it. I'm ignoring this. Now, some of the commands, if you want to know with the disk space, how do you do that? So disk command is like if you want to know that, let's say, correlation. If you want to know my PC disk space, like all the mounts. So right now, 33 GB is only free in this. What to do? So in Linux, df-kh. So these are the mounts you have created in Linux, and the size of my mount is 30 GB. So total the 30 GB size you have, 25 available, 60% is used. Apart from this one is okay. There's some. Amit, can you mute yourself? Yeah. So these are the mounts you have. You can check it out, and overall size is this one. And these are the mount got created by the system itself. None of these I created. So you can create a mount also yourself, attached to a new drive and all kind of things. So yeah, df command to system check this. If you want to see the certain files and folder size, du command you have to use. For example, du-sh snap folder. So you see 28 kbs and all kind of things. Yeah, you can work with it. Now guys, this one I have talked about it, how to log into the remote machine, last sessions only, so you know that. Now this is very important. Okay, this is very important, and that's called file permissions. Okay, so let me show you something first. So this is very important one, please focus on it. So I need some files, so I'll exit this, and Ubuntu has certain files. Look at this here. Okay, so now you see that, look at this table carefully. Okay, uh, ls lrt, look at this table carefully. LA will show you the hidden files. Okay, if I do ls la, it will show you the hidden files. So you see that all these are hidden files it was showing, but I don't want the hidden files, this one. Okay, so lrt, all this you have to practice it. See here. Now you need to understand the permissions of the files, because if you don't understand, you will keep struggling with it. So now look at this very carefully. Here you have a D for directories. If D is missing, that means that's a file. Okay, now so understand this table. Now this is important, so I'll keep it, copying it here. Out of this one, remove this first one. Now you got 9 1. So see here, 3 3 3. Read, write, nothing. Read, write, nothing. Read, nothing, nothing. That means what you can have: read, write, execute. Okay, X means execute. Okay, now what is this read, write, execute means? If you have given a read access, only you can read. If you have given a write access, you can write. And execute means you want to run that file, as a script, then execute access has to be given. So there is a 3 table. Why we have 3 table? So basically, who's the owner of this file? So owner of the file is Ubuntu. So this is basically, first option is for owner. Okay, owner. So that means for you, this permission is applied. This permission, you can change yourself permission also if you're owner. So this is the permission applied. Okay, so you are the owner. We have a read and write access, no execute access. So you can give it. How to give it, I'll just tell you, but understand this table first. Now what is this second read write executable column? This is for the group. That means any user who's a part of the group called of the same file. So this you see is a group. Username and group name is matching, but this is a group. So group name, any other user who's a part of this group. So that guy will have a read and write and execute read and write access and no execute access. And this is third table is for others. Anyone who's not owner of that file or not a part of that group, which is this the user, this is a group, then that applicable. So only read access. So this way you set who should be readable access ownership, who should be group, what should be group access, what should be the other access. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Understand.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
getting
now,
it.
yeah. So here, let me show you that I have written one blog also. You should check this out. Mute yourself, guys. There's some noise coming from your side. CH mode. And here, CH mode. So not this one. This one, CH. Okay. So here you see I try to explain in this one through images and all these tables, and this is the one. Anyways, I'll explain to you right now. This is, I feel you get lost. People don't find interest reading actually. Okay, so now this is you understood. So first thing, now the question is what is the value? So read value is 7. Oh, my bad, 4. Write value is 2. This is carrying weightage, okay, and execute is 1. Okay, so that means total how much access you have to give? 7. So if you want to give anyone full access, read, write, executable, you have to give 7. If you want to give only read and write, 6. If you want to give only read and execute, 5. So now what to do if you want to change the permission of the file? So let's say if I do chmod 777, and when I say 777 to this file, okay, so what does that mean? Can you tell me, anyone? What does that mean? So that means
Read, write,
you are
execute.
assigning
Full,
the ha
full
you
access.
are assigning you are assigning read write access to owner, read write access to group of that user, and read write access to other. But when I say okay 755 means what? So I am assigning owner complete access, group only read and execute access, and others read and execute. So let me show you that changes. Look at my screen. ls lrt, look at this rajesh.txt, enter. See that? Full access. Now if I want to change that to 755, and you see that changes. See here, the changes have happened. So likewise, when what you want to do, you want to edit, you want to write, you want to read, you want to execute, based on that you can decide the permission and read this. Very, very, very important concept. You should take it seriously. Okay, so now this is a ch mode things you have to work on it. Networking related topic is a part of administration, so I will leave it for time being. And here IP, if you want to know, IPA is a command to know the IP. So eth0, which will hold your IP address. Okay, so right now only one network is there, so this is my IP address, and this is the loop back. Now this command is popular nowadays, but old command, if you see if config, we had it. It's not there. If config is not installed, so what to do? Let install this. Enter. So some of the utility you should install it, but not everything you should install it. Um, Here you see. So if config, now this IP address is here. Okay. So eth0 means Ethernet 1 first. So you can have a more network to one VM or laptop, whatever it is. So troubleshooting skills I'll teach you a little bit later in admin topics. Now guys, variables. This is variables. I'll show you in the programming session. I mean shell scripting. And okay, this is something which you want to do it. What is this? Aliases. So guys, I'll tell you one simple thing. Let me go to my problems. Let me show you the problems. So problem is everything is problem, correct? This, what is the problem? So everything is problem. So now guys, here understand this way. Can you remember this command, all of you? With very difficult. I mean, though you can remember this if you know the context, but what I'm trying to say, there are certain commands which is very useful for you and you use daily. Okay, I repeat, certain commands which is very useful for you and you use very daily. But the problem is this is so long you can't remember that again everything. So you have to keep a personal note. Correct now, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what to do? See, time is everything. Those who do not value their time, they are losers. Simple. So how can you automate your work? If you can automate your work, you can automate the whole world actually. Automate the softwares also. Your job is to automate everything. Okay. So now how do we automate? So instead of you to go, see the one approach, you don't remember the command, you have a private notes, you go to that note, search for the notes, then copy from there, then run it. It will take at least 30 seconds, right? Can we solve this? So now let's say there is a one command which I type. This is considered as a very long command. So what to do? So I will create I'll create aliases in my in Linux. Okay, I'll create my aliases, and this is very powerful techniques actually. You should try it out. You should have aliases for everything, because you remember that it's not about the job of today's, it's not about the work, you're just what you are doing learning now. This is a practice. Linux is nowhere where you go in the software industry. This will be for the tool for you for lifetime. And the early you automate, early you understand better, and lots of time you will save in future. So the question is, how do we create aliases? That's a question. So guys, here aliases means shortcut. Okay, so here I'm creating aliases. So here name is, I'm going to give the name, uh, I remember ls, no, ls is a real command actually. So here I'll say Raj ls. Simple. This is my, I remember Raj ls. Okay, and Raj ls will represent ls hyphen lrt. Okay, so this is the aliases will be, you will create it. Where aliases will be stored, let me show you first. So here first let me create it. This command, alias command, will create aliases. Is created. Now if I run Raj ls, see, did you see that? Now the question is where this stored. So it is stored in the some files under the cd location, ls hyphen hidden file. And let me show you. I am going to grabbing hyphen r. This I'm grabbing because the file can be this one, or it can be some system file, a profile. These two files will be there, but I just want to teach you the techniques to search. So grepping recursive this change in the dot locations. Nothing is there because it's not searching for the hidden files. So I have to look for the grep command which will search for the hidden file, but I don't want to do that. So Raj ls, here is not there. So more, if it's not here also, then it will be in the system locations. Raj ls, it's not there. So here also is not there, here also not there. So where it will go? System location. System location means etc. Now the file path I don't remember, so I'll just find out through chat gpt locations quickly.
This alias creation doesn't require to be a sudo, right? The
No,
normal
does not.
user also can create it.
Anyone can create. Yeah. So alias files location in Ubuntu. The file locations may change, depends on the operating system, different. Typically you should create, by the way, you can manually also create in those file. And I told you this should be the file, but it is not, but it will be this one. Let's check it out. So here if you are creating manually, you can come and edit this file. That's not a problem. That means you can simply add this line in your that file and then it will work. But right now I did through commands, so let me check this. Oh, no. Wait. So this is a system, but that means whatever the aliases you create, it will be created for the users actually. and it should be here. This file is exist. Go to the bottom section and can't find it quickly, and here, okay, I'll just grab it because I don't have patience actually. Grep Raj. No, it's not here. So in that case, you'll have here, last place. Apart from that, I don't think so there should be any place. So here, more profile, grep Raj. It's not here. Strange. Where it's gone? Okay, so where it's gone? Okay, so these are the places it should be, but in the Ubuntu, let me check that. Okay, so somewhere this is located, but let's not lose the time right now. We'll find out that location later. But typically this should be created here. Now what I'll do, I'll create a manually also. So what I have, my own collections of aliases, I'll show you that. Just let what I do typically, because I do a hell lot of Git operation, right? So what I have done, because I don't remember the Linux command, Git commands, and also I have created my own aliases actually. So I can share with you that aliases, but each one of you will have your own aliases actually. Okay, so see here, this is the one, git aliases command collection for faster and easier. So these are the my aliases. Okay, so now I'll create this. I mean, giving you just an example. Let's say I'm creating one aliases extra, and here Rajesh ls, not Rajesh get something like that. I'm name it whatever you like it, but it should be very easy to remember. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to modify this file bash src or profile, whatever the file, and go and add that entry somewhere the bottom section, and line did do this, and after that any changes you do in the configuration file you have to source this, others will not be active. So what is the sourcing means it will set that this is the first time you have to do. If your system is rebooted automatically, they will do that. Now what is aliases? Rajgit here worked. So see that how you save time. So you start creating your aliases now itself. It will save your time, and time is everything now. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is something which you can do that. Some keyword command shortcut you have to practice here, all this thing and all. Now comparison is not important. You can compare, so many things are there in Linux. Def is there, not important. Okay, so now here I'm going to talk about one more topic, which is how to edit file. Okay, very important one. Okay, so how to edit file. So the question is, guys, when you edit a file in Windows, what do you use vi editor? I mean, what is this? This is called a Visual Studio Code. Use Notepad, you use Notepad plus plus, use Eclipse. So these are the editors you are using to edit the file in Windows. But what are the editors we have in Linux? So we have many editors. Default is vi, is like equivalent to Notepad. You can have a Vim also. Okay, and so many editors are there actually, so many editors. So if you go to my blog, uh, Nano, you have, editor. Okay. So here, see here, Linux editor. So many editors are there. Okay, Python, I mean, it's not coming properly. Yeah, forget about it. So multiple editors are there. Okay, in Linux. Now, which editor is a native? You don't need to install, and that's called VI. And this is what I'm going to tell you now. Okay, so VI editor, that is something which you have to do. So here there's one file. Okay, so let me help you to understand very important concept. Look at this. I open a file. So VI and then file name. Guys, look at my screen. So now guys, whatever you see carefully, okay, whatever you see on my screen here, oh, sorry, whatever you see is a read only mode. I repeat, read only mode. That means, guys, in the editor, you have a two mode actually, read mode insert mode. Okay, insert mode. Read mode, insert mode. Read mode, insert mode. When you go and open up a file, it get into the read mode. You cannot insert anything. So now the question is how to insert. So press I. You see bottom section insert mode got activated. Again you want to go to the read mode, escape. I insert, escape, read. I insert, escape, read. Please remember that. So I want to edit I, and then I will modify the some content of the file, whatever I will go. Now you have two options. You have two options. You want to insert mode, you have two options. And after that you go into the read mode, you have save with exit a file with saving, or exit a file without saving. These are the two options. How do you do that? So if you want to save and exit, so what you do, go to the colon WQ. This will save and exit. So see here, these are the lines: read mode colon WQ, save and exit. Now again open this file, you see the content is there. But now what I'll do, I'll just do more changes, okay, and escape colon Q exclamation. This means if you want to exit without a saving, colon exclamation. So here colon exclamation, enter, and you see it did not save that file. Now this is just the fundamental. VI editor you must practice. I'll tell you, you have to be honest with yourself. You must practice VI editor at least 2 hours. For what? Because it was so simple, right? Edit, read mode, insert mode, I, Q, WQ, Q exclamation. What you are going to practice? So guys, there are so many techniques you have in VI editor that if you practice today, you will enjoy lifetime. Means how to copy lots of line, how to paste it, how to search and exit, how to trace the file, how to go to that particular line, how to go to the bottom, how to go to the top of the file, how to search, how to replace, how to cut, how to paste, everything. What is editor, just like you work with any editor. So how do you do that? And that is where I want you to spend some time with cheat sheet of VI editor. What is a cheat sheet? Let me show you. So you should take it little seriously, because if you be pro in VI editor, that means you are very pro in saving lots of time. So there is a cheat sheet here. Okay. So this all cheat sheet, you can practice it. Okay. And then understand that. So here you have, see, lots of things you have. Okay. And this will help you to save your time. Okay, so study this one, and then so don't need to spend time on the any editor. VI, if you mastered in VI, there's nothing like that. Set is there, Vim is there, Nano is there, but VI is very powerful. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we talked about these other things. Let me see if I can cover few topics in users training. Yeah, so I'll do one thing. I'll consolidate all the command for users, not for admin. I did not talk about the admin topic today. So yeah, so these are the things you have to practice it, and once you practice it, you will start having, using it. Practice is the something which you have to. You will not remember the command. Keep practicing it, and create your own notes for your commands. That is how you can do that. So Kantaraj, any questions? Nismole, any
No,
questions?
I have no questions regarding this Linux, but I have one doubt. Where do we find the notes? Like where to, which URL to go and browse each like session's notes? Could you show that? Because I found the
Yes.
recordings, but I'm not sure where to find the notes.
So notes typically you will find in the WhatsApp group only. Okay. So you will find each WhatsApp group, you will find the notes. So you should check that. For example, yesterday I had a Prometheus session, or let's say some time back Kubernetes session. So this is the notes for Kubernetes. Okay.
So you
I
go to
think you
this
have.
URL and then search for our batch, like the day.
No. You should check the WhatsApp group, and
Nothing,
you should.
it's not there in the WhatsApp group. Like links I didn't find. That's the reason.
No. It should be. Check that. For example, this is yours. So see, in your WhatsApp group, the moment I create it, no, I have a habit of keeping it over there. So you just check the WhatsApp group in your group, and you will have a notes. Okay. Maybe some of you got added later point of the time. So I'll do one thing. I'll consolidate and reshare in your group again. Okay.
Yeah, can that something can be done so that because I was not able to find it, so I didn't know how to find. I thought there'll be some folder where only our
No.
sessions are there to find. So
You'll be in a WhatsApp group, and you'll be sharing that, and you can fab it out that one, and that is how it is.
could you? Is it possible for you since all three sessions? Could you put it in the group or something like that?
Yeah, there's an introduction session has happened, so I'll share that anyways. I'll share that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
introduction and the last session and whichever it's
yeah, yeah,
created.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Sure. Okay, more questions, guys?
Plus,
Yeah, tell me.
I have a request regarding the uploading video sessions. So,
Your
is it
voice
that
is breaking, Vipin.
am I audible?
Vipin, your voice is breaking. Okay, so any other questions, guys?
Rajesh, actually, you mentioned the WSL, right? So WSL is something like a local environment, is it? We cannot
Yes,
any package
yes.
installation or something.
Right. WSL is compulsory for everyone. Why? Saving time, and immediately you get it. You don't have to plan for, I'll go create the VM, login. Everything is just a matter of just you click on it. So that way it will help you. So environment creation, if you have not done, please do that environment creation, because you know what will happen once we have a training started for the tools, then I will not tell you all this stuff, and that will be very aggressive sessions will get started when you get into the tools. So at that time, if you stuck for the you say Rajesh environment is not there, ready is not there, so it will be very difficult to practice it. So we have a session starting right now I'm giving you just you know uh, kind of session where you can onboard the things, but we'll become aggressive, very aggressive, when we start the tooling. Actually, tooling means I'm going to teach you Docker, Git, Jira, Confluence, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform. All these thing tools will come, so we'll become a very aggressive in that case. So at that time, you should be having everything ready. You cannot say at that time, Rajesh, I cannot do that because of environment was not ready. So now we are giving you the time to get settled with it, with the expectations what we have, and so on.
Rajesh, my question is like for the WSL, can we install like the packages, something like a Jenkins or something, the packages,
Yeah,
or
everything.
it's just a
Yeah.
local file system?
Yes. So here, uh, you can install the packages. You can download the packages. It's just like a file system of Linux, but run and managed by the Windows. So you can do that.
Oh, okay. If that is the case, my local environment, my local laptop having some issue. Okay.
Hmm. And
I'll
you
try
can
to.
also create, see, if some certain limitations are there with the WSL. So if you're not thinking, if you're having problem, create a VM virtual machine with a 2 GB RAM. That's sufficient for that. 2 GB RAM is sufficient. Two
Okay,
CPU, 2
Rajesh.
GB RAM is sufficient. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have
Yeah,
a not a full.
one more request I wanted to make. Can the videos be uploaded a bit sooner? Is because by midweek, if we get the videos, then between the work hours, it gets difficult to practice before
Yeah,
the coming written session.
I'm trying to automate this process. So what will happen? You'll have now next time onwards, the videos will be uploaded within 24 hours. So that
Okay,
way it
thank
will be
you.
good.
I just hope like the reasoning is before Saturday and we're not able to practice. That's why the I'm making this